dark of me. I've got to stand, rebuild my ground, find my voice, hear my sound. I can't pour love from an empty well. Gotta heal myself before I can help.
How you doing, SmugZ?
Good, bro. How are you?
I'm awesome, mate. Honestly, it's a pleasure to have you come on the podcast with us. This is actually my first ever live one. Well, out with me and my wife. It's usually me and my wife who's speaking it and stuff. We had a chat obviously off camera and stuff like that, and gosh, you've had an amazing life, an interesting life. You spoke about your ups and downs and stuff like that.
Yeah, hard. Yeah.
And spoke about the graffiti scene and also the car scene.
Yeah.
And how you managed to kind of bring them both together. Would you like to talk a wee bit about that?
Yeah, hard. It just depends on where you want to start.
Yeah.
You know, we can, long story short, we can just maybe just start from the 90s.
Yep.
You know, mid-90s in that.
Yep.
So, basically, grew up in Auckland, you know, and pretty much Auckland Central was our stomping ground,
Okay.
so to say. And I was part of a crew called the DMN, so
Yeah.
Dirty McNasties,
Yeah.
and I was well at that time known as Dope One, which is funny because it wasn't even meant to even come out that. It was
Okay.
meant to be a totally different name.
Yeah.
But it was only until one of the boys, a situation freaking happened, let's just say that, and they just turned around, oh, you know, Dope One, Wayne, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? And they're like, oh. So then,
Stuck.
yeah, because the name originally was meant to be Dupian.
Okay.
Yeah, because there used to be a guy called Gideon.
Yeah.
So he was getting out there, man.
Yeah.
He was hitting the Auckland scene hard. And just the whole, I don't know, the name Gideon, I'm a weirdo. Weird things like click with me. So I was like, oh, Dupion. And then, no. One of the boys, that whole fucking thing came up. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? And I didn't even realise that's the word I wrote. So it stuck.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that, oh man, that must have been about, it must have been around about, had to be about 94, the end of 94 through 95 to, around about that period of time. So yeah, street skater, Auckland City, graph crew. I think there's about 6 of us in the thing, in the clique.
Yeah.
And then yeah, just progressed on.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I finally moved on to buy my second car.
Yeah.
Which happened to be a freaking Series 1 RX-7.
Wow.
You know? So, yeah, out of it story with that stuff anyway, but, you know, just moving on. So, being with a rotor, everyone around me was like, you know, oh, you got an RX-7, that's freaking cool, yo. The thing was 100% standard, freaking, honestly, a piece of shit. Like, it had all the emissions and stuff like that. Gutless as fuck. But, yeah, back then, to have an RX of any. So, anyway, so what happened is that, you know, at this time, still being a graph crew, going out doing fucking stupid shit in RX-7, and kind of like, it's kind of weird to explain, but it just felt like you needed something to represent when you're in a car, because I'm just used to being graph crew and street skater and all that sort of thing. So we started on my RX-7, like riding all sorts of random stuff on there. We like grave diggers and, you know, random stuff on there. And then for a little bit, all the bros, these other clique from Thames, we hung out with a wild bunch. So they're like, yeah, Rotan Clan, you know? And I was like, oh, yeah, it's freaking sweet. So as you can see already, everything was kind of music based to what we were listening to back then. You know, everything, there was an influence on that. And then, so yeah, I put that on my car for a little bit. I had like Wu-Tang Clan on there, and so if you know Wu-Tang Clan,
Yeah, Wu-Tang Clan, yeah, I can see
that sort of basis.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, sweet, but in my head it was like, yo, clan is a group of people. There's only me. I only own one.
Cool. Yeah.
What the fuck? Does that make no sense?
Yeah.
You know, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so what happened, I actually had a car accident within 6 months. I took it at power pole, I fell asleep in that. And then just transitioned. I had a couple of other RXs. And then moving forward, maybe I had like 2 or 3, maybe. And then I moved to like an RX4 coupe. And so then at the time of music, again, I was influenced by, we'll get into a lot of it, like a group with alcoholics. Because that was us. Yeah, we were on the drinking, top shelf, and just going there causing havoc and rah-rah. And I was like, yo, roadaholic. So I started hitting that up. Then, again, so it was just me. That was just defining how I felt out there to the car scene in New Zealand. Or Auckland, I should say, not New Zealand. Just doing that sort of stuff, you know? I don't know, is this something you did when you were younger?
Yeah.
And so I was still graphing at this time. So you know, I had an RX4 coupe, still graphing. Then these other cats, or maybe I was already like kind of transitioning from the graph to them as well. I transitioned from another car, and then at that stage I was like, yo, we should all be like combining, you should represent this, and we'll be the roadaholics. They weren't into it at all.
Yeah.
Well, what the fuck are you up to? Because they didn't listen to that sort of music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what they listened to, but you know, but they honestly looked at us like we were a bunch of crazy white guys. You know, because they were I think, Islander cross Māori from Glenellis, and they were a little bit like, you cats are at the freaking gate. You know, these Barlangi fellas like, and we're just like, yo, we're gonna have some trains tonight. We're gonna fucking do that. What the fuck? These kids have to. So yeah, then we had a certain vehicle that was similar. They got one as well, and they were both the same. I was like, what the fuck? So then it happened after that. So once Roadaholics was established, yeah, it all just snowballed.
Yeah.
So, and all the banners that we were designing was all graffiti style. So it was non-existent.
Yep.
The whole bringing graph to the car scene was a zero. No one was out there representing that sort of stuff at all. You know, midway through there, I was introduced to Mad Mike. So little Mikey, he was, I don't know what happened. I think the bros kidnapped him or something. But they just turned up with him, and I was like, yo, who the is this fella?
Yeah.
I was kind of a little bit,
you
know, gutted. Yeah, there's another, because I was the only white dude amongst these fellas.
Yeah.
Besides the graph crew who were, you know. I was like, what the fuck? And then, funny enough, we both have very, very similar personalities. We both had solar parents, you know, both mums were solar parents and stuff. Myself, and that, and he was into BMXing and stuff like that. I was into, you know, street skating. Kind of the same. We actually ended up clicking and being like,
tight,
yeah, to an extent, you know, through those years. And the boys from GI, you know, the Vakis. So that transitioned the graph scene and a car crew, especially a rotary car crew, to that whole scenario. It was never heard of. It was never, ever even a thing. After that spawned, you know, all these other crews started beginning.
Yeah.
So you had like North Shore, had Rotor Act, and then you had these other guys like Rotor Havoc, and it kind of spawned off, but none of them were hitting up like we were with the graffiti style store.
Yeah.
And dude, we're cutting this shit out with our hands. We're buying sign writing vinyl. crapping on our cars, and we're getting there with felt tip and riding and getting a Stanley knife and
Cutting it out.
that shit out. Like now, I look at it and go, how the fuck did we even do that? You know, like what fucking world are we on?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it just spawned and it got really crazy, really fast in such a short period of time, and it all just went like there was wars and stuff, and some stuff happened. You know, I ended up leaving Auckland for personal reasons that was happening. And I ain't gonna fucking beat around the bush. It was with me and the cops, you know, and I was like, okay, I'm getting my ass out of here.
Yeah.
And I left. And some people still continued doing, and some shit got out of control. It made headline news. And yeah, so it died down, and I just called it off for a bit. I wasn't out there controlling anyone. I was no president. They went better than me. I just went, fuck, let's just fucking let shit happen as it is. And then, yeah, it took a while for it to resurface, to come back and be legit. And it was actually someone else who asked if they could start a Facebook, and, you know, I call them second generation.
Okay, yeah.
You know, because they weren't a part of the first generation.
Yeah.
The second group of mates. I said, yeah, hey, no, it's all good, you know. He's ground rules. I just want this and that and there. And then in the end, they just end up handing it over to me, which is fair.
Yeah.
You know, there was no argument. It was just how it was. Maybe I was just being an egg, or maybe how I was, I don't know. But they was like, hey, bro, do you want to? I was like, yeah, fucking cool as.
I think it's a respect thing as well, though, eh?
Yeah, well, hopefully.
Yeah.
So they kind of moved on to the hot rod scene. And I fucking, 100% respect them for that. I'm not out there because, fuck, man, the New Zealand car community, well, let's say the world community, there's a lot of egos about that BS.
Okay.
It's like, who gives a, I've got to the point now of age because, funny enough, I grew up around hot rods and all nostalgic V8s. But to me, it was just living.
It's just what you knew. It's normal to you.
Yeah. I wasn't running around going, I was kind of embarrassed at times.
Oh, shit.
Getting dropped off at school in old classic cars, and people are like, yo, did you get dropped off in that? That's crazy. And I'm like, oh, okay. You know, it was the 80s, you know? But now I can see the influence. It's like click something in my head.
Yeah.
You know? And honestly, like a lot of people out there in the automotive industry in New Zealand, there's something that's triggered them to be in what they're like. So whether it's V8s, RBs, Nissans, Rotors, or anything like that, there's something triggered them, and they die hard. You know what I mean? They're like, yeah, fucking right. Yeah. Where now I'm at the point where it's kind of contradicting if I start saying, you know, fucking Rotors the world, rah, rah. I still drive a piston day in, day out. And I grew up on this side of the fence. Yeah. So now I'm appreciating the whole scene. Yeah, the whole scene for everything automotive. Like it's fucking out of it. So yeah, that's how I brought. There's probably people out there. It's funny enough. Will probably argue it. Like, oh, you didn't do this, and they go, well, how you tell me how that came about? Yeah, it was
big part of it anyway.
Yeah, this little white guy that was doing this, and because I wasn't kind of in your face back then, I was kind of like back here, and all these fellas were people were more attracted to them.
Yeah, more vocal.
Yeah. But it's just fucking how it was. Then, yeah, so it just snowballed on over time. Then, bringing graph into the airbrushing world. So, yeah, as we were talking earlier, like at 2003, that I was this we won't say the R18 version. We'll keep that between us, you know. We can be straight up and not, but you know, there was a stage in my life where yeah, it is what it is. But I was just like in my head, like, yo, what the fuck? Imagine, you know, my mates like, yo, imagine, you know, because you know, being an artist, I drew the car out first. And I was like, imagine this rolling down Auckland motorway and people just going, yo, what the? What's up with that?
Yeah.
I'm going to get into airbrushing. And all of us just, you know, off our heads and like, yeah. You know, as you do when you're like that. You know, yeah, man, fucking A. And that's what happened. And I was like, fuck, that's me. I'm doing it. Because I actually lost my license for 7 months. So I was like, fucking, it took me 7 months to make the car from paper to
real life.
Yeah, but it was out the gate.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing like I drew on paper. It was like beyond. And I self-taught myself how to airbrush.
Yeah.
The most hardest way you could have done in the world. So that's 2003. Once it was finished and I got back out there, so me and Mikey, our relationship kind of like dispersed because something really dumb happened. But yeah, once we were rolling, Auckland City didn't know what the fuck was up. Like it was graffiti, airbrushing, tidy, sharp lines. Like, no one could comprehend what the fuck was going on.
It's totally new to them.
Yeah, honestly, like the whole scene was like flipped on its head because there was a very respected airbrush artist in Auckland, Steve Levine, which you could probably I can hands down say was the even I was like saying to you personally before about masters and kings, and he was known as the king of airbrushing in New Zealand, and I just turned everything on its fucking head. Like people from all walks of life were just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And we're honestly turning around and going, I fucking hate rotors. Yeah, I'm talking about ball heads, freaking all types of people. But the look of a car and being rotary, they're just like, that fucking shit's just at the fucking gate, you know? Like, fucking yeah. But like, yeah, fucking sweet ass. And that's what I was like, yeah, that's what the fuck it's about.
Yeah.
So if that car was painted any fucking plain colour, it would have just been like, yeah, fuck you, fucking rotors, right? Because there was actually at a time, it probably is now, but it's not as vocal.
Okay.
But people were fully like, yeah, fuck rotaries, you know, fucking V8s. And, such an egotistic fucking scene at the time. It's kind of still there now, but then it was very loud, very hardcore.
Yeah.
You know, in your face, like, you know. But they see my shit and we're just like, bro! You know?
Yeah, brought them together. But like, would there be any difference? Was there any like the clash or anything like that? Was it quite friendly or was it no?
Yeah. So them bringing that car out, I was kind of like, how would you say? I wasn't like, yeah, that's what I wanted to do, but I could, even though half the time I was off my fucking face, I'm gonna be honest. I was like, yeah, that's what it's about.
I can appreciate it.
Yeah. People verbally yelling out on the street saying, I fucking fuck rotors, but fuck that shit. You know, it's like, yeah, like, you know, like fucking massive, you know what I'm saying? Like, and even though they're just seeing that car, maybe they'll see another one that doesn't have all that shit on it. Yeah. They'll be like, yeah, look at it, yeah. Instead of being stereotypical and seeing it and hearing it and like, fucking hating on it. Yeah. To me, I was just like, yeah, that's what it's about. Straight up. Like, I don't know if I've changed things, but to hear people, like, because this was at Whangamata, and that was like a big party town for New Year's. And as I said, like, these are skinheads, these are like old codgers who are like fucking 100% die-hard hot rod V8 lovers, yelling the shit out. Yeah. And we're just like, yeah, fucking oath, you know? Like, wow. Yeah, that's massive.
That is massive. big change? Did you feel like you were that influencer then? You helped that with that then?
I think just at that time, just at that time of hearing those people, like, in no way was I like, yeah, I've changed the scene. No way. It was just like being drunk and just hearing cats yelling that stuff out and being like, yeah, fuck you, that's what it's about. Like, you've kind of cracked that door open from egos.
Yeah.
Because it's stupid. Like, because as you know, like, well, I don't know if you don't know, but these egos for many parts of anything, art scene, car scene, dancing, music, there's always egos there.
Okay.
There's always people there, like, especially with social media now. So this is the time when social media didn't freaking exist. It was never a freaking thing. You know? And now everyone has a voice.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like, fuck sakes. You seem to find more negative voice than you do positive.
Really?
You know, Facebook and anything like that, you'll look through there and go, oh, everyone's fucking, you know. So, to me at that stage, was just like, yeah, fuck yeah. You know, I wasn't out there to like, you need to fucking love rotors now. It was just like, it was more like, I just wanted to paint a car, put graphics on it that's done by painting, graffiti here and whatever there, and just, like, in my mind, it was my own achievement.
Yeah.
For them to find, not from my peers or the people I knew, like, yeah, fuck yeah, because they might have just been saying that because they're your mates. But to find random motherfuckers out there just yelling out, yo, that's the fucking shit. It was like, fuck yeah. And I do the same with hot rods and V8s and that. You know, I might see something that I don't like. And I just need to bite my tongue and go, well, that's actually just not my cup of tea. But he built that for himself, not to impress me. Yeah. So just shut your fucking mouth.
Because that's kind of what you were doing as well. Like, you were just wanting the best for you as well, wasn't it? It's like when you were doing stuff, it was what the best you could do as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hard. I just, I just wanted to like make something that was like kind of made sense, but was outrageous, but was kind of like, what the fuck, you know, and kind of bring graffiti from the walls to the, you know, because like, hey, over the years, a lot of cars have been hit up by Can, and you can't doubt that. But to be done so clean and effectively, it's a totally different story, you know. But to crack that, it was like, it was that 1 year, yeah. And we would drive, like, we were going to places, and to go score, weed or whatever, and we were going to the places of Auckland that the general public weren't going to, And we rocked up there, and all those kids were like, yo, what the? Yo, this shit's fucking gangster. And it's, those people probably would never ever leave their neighbourhood, whatever, and see anything like that. Yeah. And we were like some balangi fella, white dudes rocking up, Sure, what's up, yo? And they're like, what the fuck, yo, that shit? And so, most of the time, people were probably like, in a nice car, would be like, yo, we're going to get jumped if we come in here. But we were just like, yo, what the fuck's up? Straight out the gate. We were just as, and they're like, yo, who did this? And we did it. And people, I was bringing all those classes of people appreciate something that they could like kind of respond to and appreciate. And with the automotive scene, it's just, as I said now, there's still a handful of egos out there. Yeah. And I'm like, but that changed the course of blowing up airbrushing and changing that whole scene. Which even now it's like, it's an open market of variety. Yeah.
I think that's, you basically explained what art is. It's subjective, isn't it? It's like, people can look at something and just not see it, or else they can look at something and see it totally different from your eyes, you know what I mean? And, and for me, that's what art is. It's just like, especially with the cars, it's just basically putting art on a car, and it's getting letting exposure to people and letting them see it as well, you know.
Yeah, and it's getting it right.
Mm.
Like you can cover a car with a whole lot of thing, and the mind can be like, it just looks like jibber jabber to them. Like, oh, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah.
And which is funny because the more I got into it, there was a period of time I had to like cram heaps of detail and stuff. Like detail. Then I realised it took me a bit to click that. I think I might have seen something somewhere, and it was another artist saying the less detail is more effective because the human brain can only take in so much at a time.
Okay. Mm.
And I was like, the fuck is he even talking about? And then I clicked. Like, yeah, that's true. So that it's like my style that I do now is like the detail of everything is way, it's backed off so hard out.
Less is more almost.
Yeah. And I had to go back to my roots of thinking about which, like, it just clicked in my head that, like you said, like with graffiti art, you look at it and go, it's like, you know, it's tenfold massive, but you can take it in with your, you can take it in and look at it and go, oh, what the, okay, that's really intense. You got wild style, you got, rah. But you can take it in. Where what I was starting to do on cars was like, it was getting ridiculous. Like there was so much detail in it, which people then started knowing my style. Besides that I was the only person that was doing it like that. There was too much going on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of people were getting lost in it a little bit.
Oh, you by the time you walked from one guard to the next guard, you're like, what the fuck was going on over there? And then you get over here and you're like, what the fuck? Like, you couldn't take it on. And as I said, I was taking a lot of drugs at the time. I fucking 100%, like, you know, admit to that. I was just like at the fucking gate detailing. I was like, and then it took me to seeing that artist of doing something totally different out the back of everything I was doing to click. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? And now, over the last, I don't know, few years, I realised, yo, yeah, that's true though. The human brain can only take in so much. Yeah, you want something that people will look at and say, yo, what the, and walk away and maybe come back and see something again in it. Yeah. But you don't want them to walk up to and go, it hurts my fucking head. Yeah. There's too much going on.
Yeah, definitely. And it's kind of same in any walk of life, isn't it? Like, it's like, that's when we can get stressed out as well and getting pressured, when we've got too much on our minds as well.
Exactly.
You don't think straight, you can't see straight, and I'm guessing it'd be the same with art. When if there's too much going on, you're getting lost a wee bit. It's lost on them almost.
That's exactly it. And I think subconsciously not even knowing that is the reality of everything. Like you need to simplify everything to get the same effect and attention you want from everyone. Yeah. Like, there's no point going balls deep and just making things so stupidly busy, like lifestyles. Yeah. When you can probably hit the same goals, just from backing off a bit. Yeah. And keeping it a little bit more simple. Yeah. Which is, you know, my problem at the moment, being a, you know, self-employed artist and stuff. I'm just doing so different things to try and find a niche to keep the money flowing in. Yeah. And I mean, see, even saying what you just said, it just made me click. Yeah, but the reason why I do it is because I'm trying to find something that's going to keep the money rolling in. Because we've got bills to pay. Yeah. We got rent. We got a family. And a lot of people don't see that. Like, oh, he just does this and this. Yeah, but I'm one person. I can't employ anyone. And yeah, I do. And some people probably argue as well, like, oh, yo, maybe he should just like stop doing that and that, because yo, I'm trying to make money in bank, because that's only paying 5%, that's paying 2%, that's paying 1%. I'm trying to find something that's going to help me pay. I can live off and continue. Yeah. Whether it's, and not so time consuming. Yeah. And it's hard because, yeah, man, like people
are demanding. Yeah.
I could put like a month's up of art Oh, we did those all in a month. I was like, yeah, no, actually it was like 3 months. You know? And then why isn't this shipped out? Right, I was like, well, actually trying to get all this done and all this gets shipped out at one time, you know? It's hard being an artist with more than one niche, more than one media.
Yeah. It's probably just because you've got so much passion as well for it as well, and you've got such a visual. You're such a visionary as well. I mean, and it's, as you say, it's finding that love for something, but also it's bringing in the coin as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but more so. Again, like subconsciously, I don't want people thinking that's all I do. So yeah, I can do this too. I do this too.
Yeah.
I can do that too. It's rah, rah, rah.
Yeah.
I don't want to be
Boxed.
looked at. It's like, oh, he's just the guy who does freaking, you know, that. And then it's funny because like I meet, you know, when I do meet people, they're like, oh, it's the dude who does this. And then like within 5 minutes, oh, it's the, oh, yo, you do it. And rarely do I ever meet anyone that's like, oh, this is all the stuff you do. Because there's something that's caught their eye that I do that they freaking
love,
attracted to.
Yeah.
You know, whereas the personal car art, it's the airbrushing and panel beating on cars, or where it's the tattoo work, or it's freaking, you know, this and that. And it's making merch or anything. It's hard because in my mind I'm just trying to look for fields that I can make the money keep rolling to keep us employed. I mean, keep us living in New Zealand.
And keep you doing what you love as well.
Yeah, but the sad thing is though, it's getting to the point where it's becoming a business. It's becoming work. And I start freaking hating it. So that's what happened with airbrushing cars. I just threw the whole lot in. So you know what? Fuck this. I don't have time for it. It's too stressful. Yeah, like people like dropping stuff off and I probably charged them a couple of bucks, you know, and then, oh yeah, like, yo, you know how much fucking work we're putting into your shit? Do you understand what it takes?
Yeah.
And that's why I moved to YouTube, because I wanted to show people all the work I personally put into something just to get a vehicle here. And then we've got to get to here. But even to this... Yeah, so when they take work to go take their work somewhere just to get maybe a simple paint job, they can look at just the effort I've put in to get a vehicle this far.
Yeah.
So stop hounding, like, at least it's been a freaking year, whatever, but then you got to kind of look, oh yeah, well, you've probably been drip feeding them, or, you know, and just realizing how much time goes into everything.
Yeah.
So the problem is, like, I'll start working on a car and I've got to try and get it to a certain point before I go continue drawing, and then my brain's got to switch back to drawing. And then next minute switch to tattooing, and then switch to freaking designing stickers, and then, you know, it's weird. It's a freaking process. And then on top of that, we have people like, oh, you need to come to this event, and rah rah rah. It's like, well, we kind of can't because I guarantee if I go to that event, I'm going to have about 10 people going, yo, why the fuck didn't you do my stuff? So actually I went to this event, and then they're like, oh, they'll find some excuse to be shitting on us about. So then I'm like, yo, what the just chill out.
Yeah.
And then people wonder why I don't do it. So it's like 2 days off.
Yeah.
It's 2 weeks getting back into everything.
Yeah, catching up.
Yeah, it's freaking crazy. I can't employ anyone.
Yeah, because it's your ideas. It's like you can't share your brain. It's your vision almost. Out of all those you mentioned there about the tattooing and stuff like that, what's your favourite one to do? What do you feel like you really enjoy the most?
I don't even know anymore.
No.
Like, seriously? Right. I love inking, like tattooing and that. Like, it's fucking cool, but because the customer's right there. But then if I'm doing a big piece, when they leave, I've then got to do all this work, and then I'm like, oh fuck, I really need to get that dude back in here, that person back in here, and it really sucks. So that's why I said, like I was saying, I'm trying to do all this stuff to find out what the niche market is, so I can just cut all that off.
Yeah.
So I can just say, you know what, I'm not doing that anymore. Like, I'm going to focus on this and this, two things. And I haven't found it yet.
Yeah.
Because
Still looking.
it comes in waves, dude. Like, it honestly comes in waves. And there's probably a few artists out there who these artists out there who just do tattoo work, and there's probably who do car stuff or whatever they do. They've focused on one thing. I'm focused on like 6, 7, and it's like all I'm trying to do is
narrow it down.
Yeah, what's bringing bank, and it'll be like a wave. Like next minute I've got infamous car drawings. That stuff takes me like, which is wild. I can do one in 24 hours, and next minute one will take me like 4 months. And then I'm like, how come I just can't figure this car out? Like and because I have so much pride in everything I do, it takes me time.
Yeah.
I've got to be in the right vibe to hit the pen to paper, music, just everything blocked out, mainly music, and just smash it out.
Be in the right vibration, the right frame of mind to kind of just get it out your head and into how you want it to look.
Because once I start, I don't want to stop. And it can get to 2 in the morning, and I'll be like, yo, I need sleep. And I'm like, fuck, I could finish this probably in another couple of hours, but that's 4 in the morning. Then I have to wake up,
Get family.
Partners getting ready for work. I've got to, get young one ready for school. Go sleep, because you'll burn yourself out, because burning yourself out is killer. I've done it, and it's terrible freaking thing to put yourself through. And then the next day, so everyone's done their thing, they're like, so now maybe it's like 9:30, and it will take me from 9:30 to 11:30 to be like, just
back in the
grab
zone.
your fucking balls and get back in it. But you
get back in that zone again, isn't it? Yeah. You tune in back in, and it's not as easy as people think. Yeah,
and then by the time nearly 3 o'clock's up, you got to go pick your kids up from school, and then you're like, what the, it's. I think a lot of people just don't care about anyone's profession and what they do.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, look, I paid you money. I want the fucking product. And I don't expect them to care.
But at least understand. I'd say. I wouldn't say too much about caring, but at least understanding what's going on.
Yeah, exactly it. Like, it's understand that you're paying for something in certain fields that's unique.
Yeah.
And one person's doing it, and you ain't buying it off Wish or whatever.
Yeah. That's
just getting sent out to you.
Yeah.
That there's someone actually, hands down, trying to give you the best thing they can offer to you.
Yeah.
Like, because I've done stuff and I'm like, that looks fucking terrible. Start again. Or this thing's got so much detail on it, I need to get it right. And then sometimes I'll put it aside for like 6 to 8 months, and I fucking admit to that. Because my mind's just not
in it.
Yeah, and then when I get back into it, I'll do it in like freaking 8 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why didn't I just do that in the beginning? Because my mind was not in the right space of mind for that type of work. Like especially with drawing cars, I've got to be in the right headspace.
At least now you can see that and you can understand that, and you don't beat yourself up about it. But it sounds like you're a bit more understanding with yourself. Yeah,
that's sweet. But then I have to deal with like certain customers.
Yeah.
And when I message them back, I'm being fucking straight up like, yo, I'm sorry it's taking this long, but actually there's a fucking deep passion I put into this shit. Perfection. I could just fucking and then here you go. But then it could be on your wall and someone walking in your house and go, who the fuck did that? Oh, that's SmugZ following. Yeah, that's fucking, what the fuck?
So it's like a reputation is building.
I call it, and because my style evolves all the time, that's how it changes. Because I'm trying to work, like, just evolving and more detail goes in, or I do this. And it's hard. Like, when customers, like, there's probably stuff I've got there that's probably from 2 years ago that's still waiting to be done.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to get the right mind space and juggle everything. And hey, I beat myself up of it so many times. Like, fuck, you're a useless cunt.
Oh, we're all guilty of that. We're all our own worst critic.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's it. Because everyone is their worst critic. So what? No matter what.
What you're doing.
Or what someone says. Okay, don't worry. You fucking hating on me because I done this. I'm already beating myself up 10 times over about that shit, you know? But I'm still... Yeah, don't rush anything. I never ever rush anything just to freaking please anyone.
That's good. That's good. And I'm guessing you're upfront about that as well before anybody... The orders and stuff, like you let them know?
No. See, that's where I'm shit.
No, okay.
I'm fucking terrible. Because I look at it and go, oh yeah, I'll do that in 2.5 weeks. And then next week it's like 8 months. It's a year. Oh, fuck, sorry. And that's the problem with my mindset. I can just smash that out and then I freaking get into it. I'm like, oh, what the hell? There's something in here I'm just not figuring out. Like, there's honestly one vehicle that I've actually, hands down, out of all the freaking cars that I've drawn, I'm going, fuck, I can't get this around my fucking head. And I think if I had another year, I will get my head around it. And it was an army truck type thing. And I just couldn't get my head around it. And I did it live as well, and I fucked it up, you know. But why I did the live was to show how much concentration it takes.
You go into it.
Yeah, and then talking, and then fucked up one bit. And I had to say to the person, like, fuck, I'm so deeply sorry, I couldn't do that. And they said, hey, look, can you do this instead? And I said, yeah, I can do that for you. But in my mind, I still owe them that vehicle. So whether it'll be 5, 8 freaking years, whatever, I will still one day pump that out. Hey, yo, remember, you know, they might be thinking about me, I'm a fucking asshole. I don't give a fuck. I'm still going to one day probably draw that and go, hey, look, I finally did it.
Yeah, I got this for you.
I got it. I figured it out. And they might be like, holy shit, fucking massive.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, but I actually had to swap it for another drawing. And yeah, and that's why I'm like, yeah, like I've got a fucking pile of cars there I need to smash out. And I'm fucking grateful for the people who are getting them, because they're all people who appreciate the time and know what we're doing.
What's going on behind the scenes?
Yeah. And when they message me, I'm like, fuck, thank you so much for being appreciative. I'm not being a fucking useless cunt. I've got a family. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. And I'm like, fuck, like, yeah, I appreciate it, like, hands down. But doesn't mean I need to take that appreciation as advantage and just be like, oh, yeah, sweet. They're just...
Yeah, you're not kind of playing, like, taking advantage, as you said. You're just appreciative of what their understanding of you.
Yeah, exactly. Because I just can get my fucking head around it, and then boom. And because once I get into that whole mindset, I'm like, bang, 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 I fucking get it done. And then it comes down to shipping. I mean, fuck, that takes me. I'm like, today we're gonna ship shit out. And it's like, fuck, and then, oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
It's
time consuming.
it's a fucking head fuck.
Definitely. But for me, like, listening to what you're saying, it's really good that you love your craft, you love what you're doing, and you're not mass producing, and you're because you could sell it, as you said, you could sell it, you could get it down and get it away, but you've got that love for it, and you know what I mean, and that in itself is admirable, you know what I mean, definitely, and I love that. I love to hear that, honestly. Yeah. I'm sure others will too.
Yeah, it's good, you know. It's this, I sometimes I have to look at as the customer, because I bet we've all been in that position. Eh? We've bought something online. Hey, yo, it's been 2 weeks. It's been 3 weeks. Where the fuck's my shit? But then,
this is very niche though. But
Yeah, but when I'm thinking about that, I'm thinking, well, this is actually, like you said, mass produced. The product's there.
Yeah.
You know? But with myself and any other artist in that, it's like, yeah, you need to be like, okay, this is a one-off.
Yeah.
You know?
Original.
And that's like when I was talking to you earlier, like I've seen people on, say this, but TikTok have advertised, we're going to be making this art thing, and they've straight up said, it's going to take me a year. You'll be on a 1 year waiting list. And I look at the comments and people are like, I've ordered. Oh, wait, 2 years. I'm like, holy shit. Like, look at all these people.
You need those customers that you've seen.
Yeah.
Those patients.
Yeah. Whereas if I said that to anyone, I'd have no work.
Yeah.
And that's why I accidentally sometimes say, I'll have your thing done in like 2 or 3 weeks. And then I'm like, holy shit, I'll see with it. And then I've got into it. And it cuts me up. But I'm like, you know what? Most of those people, once I send it to them, they're like,
Can see why
it
now.
was fucking worth the wait, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I get some people like, where's my shit? And I'm like, I'm fucking doing it. Courier hasn't turned up. Fucking and then they get it, and I don't get anything. No
feedback at all.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. I've actually just stressed my ass off to get it done for you. But
and it's funny, like a fucking a thank you and a cheers goes a fucking long way.
Oh, 100%.
And I believe, and I'm sorry if it takes so long to sort my shit out. But when you start fucking being an arsehole and then messaging you and it's fucking finally gets there.
It's not helping.
Yeah, and then I fucking get a majority of people like, man, like I'm fucking sorry for what I said. And tell you the truth, I don't fucking expect it. I don't expect it. I don't expect
What, the apology or the way they acted?
Yeah, just the fucking, because it has taken so long. But then you get people like, it's on its way, and then just people, like this goes a long way, okay? Like if you've been saying, hey, which is freaking 100% understand. Where's my shit?
That's frustration.
And you're asking, like, it's 100% that is your right. But then to receive it and don't get any gratitude afterwards, like not asking for gratitude, it's like, fuck, thanks, man, like, and then you don't hear anything, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, and me saying that, it is mixed. Feeling like maybe you don't deserve it because you fucking took so long. But then when you sometimes get people who are just straight up going, fuck, man, I don't want an apology, or neither does anyone else, but just really, it was worth the wait. Then fuck, I know what I delivered to that person and they're fucking stoked.
Yeah. Super happy about it.
Yeah, it's a fucking head fuck.
No.
It's like when I met you and I was doing that freaking, that bus. They had been waiting for a year for me to get my ass over there. You know?
But they waited because they knew you were good and they knew what they were getting as well.
Yeah.
And
they were like, when it happened, I said, I just got to get this time frame right, get over there. And once I got over there, I did it in one day. I was workshop cat.
I got a free in my life there.
He's a fucking asshole.
But no, it was probably because they knew your reputation. You knew how good you were. They knew the effort you put in and what it means to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's good, but I think there is a thing with New Zealand attitude. It's like, I want something from that person. I expected to get it. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
No, like, anything in between. Even though when people do message like, you've done this and you're like that, I'm just fully like standoffish, like, no, I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
I'm just me doing me, but I fucking 100%, like, fuck too much, man, like, for that. But, like, there's a lot of people out there who are, like, way better, but, and I think it's the same with that, waiting, I don't put my hand up and go, I'm the fucking best at what I do.
Yeah.
And sorry it took me a fucking year or two to get it to you.
Yeah.
But fucking, like, the kid down the road could probably do it for you for $50.
Yeah.
But I guarantee from way back here, it looks mean. Once you're like, oh, it is what it is.
Yeah. And no, that's the thing, isn't it? Like, there is people who can mass produce, but they've not got the perfection that you've got and stuff like that, and the passion as well. But maybe going forward, then, is it something maybe you'd look at then? Maybe being a bit more upfront with people and try and work on that and letting them know that it's going to take and maybe cut back so that you can.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah. That is it. But then also, as I said, like, because my mindset, I'm like, yo, I'll smash you out before this customer. For and then the fucking juggling everything, because in my freaking mind, honestly, everything's like, yeah, this is, but I don't know what's going to happen during that week, where the kid's going to be sick, got school holidays, and it fucking just throws everything into fucking time,
100%.
you know, and then, and so like I've said to people like recently, like there is a queue now. Like, honestly, it could be 2.5 weeks, or I'll get it done, and if, like they've been like, yo, I don't care how long it takes. And I'm kind of like, oh, yeah, no, you shouldn't say that. I don't mind people messaging and saying, hey, yo, I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, sweet, and I'll try and work them in. Like, I'll try and do 2 or 3 at the same time. You know? But if you start saying to people, oh, it's going to take you me a year, New Zealanders don't have that patience. They're like, I want it now. I don't care give flying fuck who you are. I want it now.
Yeah.
But then I have the regular customers who are like, yo, I understand what's going on in life, right? Because being self-employed.
Yeah.
You know, it's
and
like,
get it.
Yeah, he's like someone that we know, and we seen him at one of the burnout comps, and he was like, so what's SmugZ do, like, other than draw? And then my partner was like, this is all the fuck he does. And they're like, oh, I thought you might have done something like scaffolding or something like that. And she's like, nah, this is it. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Because, so every time you're being the bro and trying to get a little bit of a hustle, is why he's like, yeah, bro, that ain't fucking happening, you know? Because it is our bread and butter.
Yeah.
You know, as I said, and she does her thing, you know, and I'm trying to take care of the other side.
Yeah.
And being an artist in this country is like, it's nothing farts. It's a real struggle.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will look at you and go, oh, he's doing well. He's got this and that and that. You don't know how the fuck we had to get that. This and that.
Yeah, 100%.
You know? But like, as you were saying, people look at your face value. I ain't no Shaquille O'Neal. I ain't no freaking Mad Mike or anyone else. I ain't got a market or people that's so fucking massive that there's always someone that's going to continue business.
Yeah.
You know? Like, we're, as an artist, I can 1000% say I'm dragging my balls. Because time is not on my fucking side. Because I'm doing so many things at once.
Yeah.
And again, it comes back, I'm just trying to find that right niche, that right market, that just like, okay, there's a market here. Let's stick to that. Drawing cars individually is time consuming. It's so time consuming. Like, for what I charge, you got to think I'm only going to make that maybe in a week and a half. So a week and a half of that budget, it doesn't add up.
No, it's not. No.
You know? Tattoo work, yeah, but I'm very restricted for who I tattoo. Like, oh, you just go to a tattoo shop and do that. And if they tell you no, that's why.
Yeah.
Because it's not worth their time, it's not worth mine. Or cutting out stickers and stuff like that. Like, I actually enjoy that because it's actually quite classical.
It's done.
You know? But I'm very old school in that scene. I'm not digi-printing or anything like that. So it's a freaking... It's a hard basket. Trying to work everything out. I was like, fucking yeah, fuck it.
You'll get there. Listen, life will take you in the path that you're meant to go in, SmugZ, and just keep at it, keep going, man. Because listen, your work's great. I've watched it, I've seen it. I can, and that's just me on the outside who doesn't really know a hell of a lot about it, and that's what I enjoy about doing this podcast and meeting different folk like yourself and seeing that world and actually seeing what's going on and what it takes to do what you do. Do you know what I mean? And I appreciate your time. And someone once said to me one time, when someone gives you their time, they're giving you a part of your life.
Oh, yeah, hard.
And I thank you so much for letting me see this world and what it takes and what it's like to be an artist, and first to be an artist and what it's like to be an artist in New Zealand.
Yeah, like I don't want to drag it on for you, but it's crazy because you'll find that there's actually a lot of people who did business school and have taken art from that, and actually, like I'm never out there to bag art. Like as I said, like art's art to all different minds, space, races, but you'll find that there is art out there that just seems like you look at it and go, what freaking effort did it take to do that? But because they've done business school, they're selling it as a product, as a business, and they're doing so well. And then you have people that have a true skill, and like you look at the stuff and go, what? That is out the freaking gate, and people don't want to pay what it's worth. Yeah. For they'll see an art piece that's abstract and paint's been thrown here and a couple of brooch just there, and there's a group of people who'll pay tens to thousands. And I'm looking at it going, what the fuck? Yeah. And then, and I've growing up, as I said, like I've grown up from the 80s and 90s. I've been to art galleries and I've seen the artwork, and I've been around those people who are like looking and going, oh, you can see how the strokes. You can see how the. I just see fucking.
Look at the tones. Look at this.
Yeah, like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What?
Yeah, like what the. Man?
Toddlers drew that.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, and I'm like, I don't know. You guys are straight, and I don't even see anything. Like it's just splash, crash, and then like over the years, these people who've taken business course and taken that style of art and made it a business. Yeah. And I'm still sitting here going, oh, is it?
I'm grafting here.
Yeah, and there's so many artists out there who are doing work that's just like, I look at it and go, if I had the money, I'd pay them top dollar for it because it's like insane. And it comes down again, what I said before about detail. Too much detail, the human mind can't freaking take it in. Yeah. And the same with buying something. Yeah. People would walk in the house and go, yo, fuck, that looks amazing. And then there's too much to comprehend. Yeah. I don't want to even my through.
Yeah, you can just walk past it because it's just too much.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm getting older now, where like you said, like, at this time around, but I'm actually getting to the point of my age where it's like, I'm nearly 50, and how much time is it going to be for me to make it happen? Or do I just throw it all in and then just become that guy who was? And there's a part of me, it's like, you just need to keep going on. But it's like, how long can you fucking actually do that? And the sad thing is that there's hundreds of artists out there who are the same, who are younger and already thinking like that, or they're in jail. Because their mindset in their art is like insane, but it's wasted art. And that's the problem, that the world that we live in at the moment, that there's not enough recognition
for the true artists.
People are out there like I don't want people coming to me and feeling like, oh look, we heard your story, we want to make you this. Like no.
You want to be recognised for your work and not.
Yeah, but I want people to recognise the art world in general. Yeah. That there's people out there there's so much different medias. Like, look at graffiti art and they think of graffiti art, oh, that's this fucking some cunt standing on walls or whatever. The same with like doing burnouts. To me, that's an art form. Oh, you're just sitting there spinning some tyres, rah. No, it's art. Drifting.
Takes effort to learn it.
Yeah. Skateboarding, art. Ballerina, art. Everything, singing, everything is an art form. Your day-to-day living is an art form if you look at it and figure it out properly. Getting up, doing something for the family, or yourself, getting dressed. Everything is an art form one way or the other. But it's like, people out there who are just fucking skimming rocks across the freaking lake and like bing, 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 and living the dream from shit.
Yeah.
You know, what the...
And it blows your mind, doesn't it? You talk about the artists. Look at the even in the music world as well. The ones who are just commercially good, and and they're being marketed properly and stuff like that.
Exactly.
But it's like selling out, isn't it? You know?
Yeah. Well, it comes down to market, like you said. It's these commercial music that's, as you said, it's been marketed. Same thing with like someone was saying before, business school, figure out art, you can sell it, and the same with music, and which is, don't get me started with music.
For yourself, it can be frustrating and certain.
Yeah, and don't get me started with music. Like, hey, did you grow up when you were younger and we like listen to your parents telling you, oh, that's utter rubbish. Yeah, what the, that music, and you're like, yeah, what the, and now I'm at an age where I'm like,
I appreciate it.
That music I didn't like, I actually like it now.
Yeah, you appreciate it more,
I'm
don't
like,
you?
fuck, that is mean.
Yeah.
You know, like, fucking listen to all sorts of music. You know, that shit's the fuck. I grew up with it and I fucking hate it. And now I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm jamming that shit. You know? And I'm listening to music and I go, I don't give a fuck what anyone says. In 10 years, this is shit.
Shit.
I can actually think, I think I'm speaking for everyone, but I think we've actually got to the point where music has reached its peak, and there's just a whole lot of shit out there.
Yeah.
That's like, I don't even tone deaf,
Yeah.
Island Boys, all that crap, like, that's rubbish. And I think, you know, I think to myself, am I just talking like my parents or my grandparents? Like, I'm now at that stage?
Yes.
What the fuck is going on?
That generation.
And then, you know, but it's funny because then you, if you've got kids or whatever who are listening to stuff and you're like, what's this shit you listen to? You know, that's fucking garbage. Like, oh, yeah, whatever. And then next minute you're like, yeah, what you listening to? And they're like, oh, it's this. And you go, oh, that's me. And you go and listen to a whole lot of other music and go,
nah,
that was the one hit wonder right there. That was it. But, you know, and it's funny how everything is around you. Yeah. And it's how you take it in, how your mindset is, how
you're being surrounded by as well, who you're being surrounded by, and what they're listening, what you're being influenced to by.
And exactly it. And it's kind of like short-sighted, but short listening to saying, oh, that's fucking shit. And you'll probably hear the same thing again, but I'm the same with art, I'm the same with everything, automotive, anything. And then, if I'm going to say something negative, I just fucking bite my tongue, take a second and go, that person has done that for themselves. Yeah. And that's their style. That's how they like shit, you know? Yeah. But then, with the art, it just frustrates the fuck out of me that I see someone that's just taken something that was a hit in the 60s and 70s and 80s, and someone's just gone and like, I can just manipulate that. Yeah.
To adjust it to kind of...
And it's selling for like mils, thousands. I'm like, so what is art?
Yeah, exactly.
Even though you should never ever look at art as a business venture. You should never ever look at it like, I'm here to make money. Because that is the one path you should never look at. But if you can make money from it, sweet, but never look at it like you're going to make a living from it.
It's crazy as well, but like the amount of artists you see that are appreciated when they're not doing it, when they're gone, for instance. Like, do you know what I mean? Then that kind of cracks me up as well, you know. It's like they're not appreciated in their time almost, you know.
Yeah, and that's fucked that you even brought that up. But as I said, I have people who message all the time like, yo man, like, yeah, they say this and that, and I'm like, yo, thank you. Yeah, that's massive. And I've said to them, the day I'll become who you're saying I am is the day that I'll pass away. Because unfortunately, the majority of artists are more famous once they're not here. Yeah. Not while they're walking on earth. Yeah. And it's shit. And so then I say, well, I've got art pieces that I've done here and there that are sitting there. So maybe, as fucked up as it sounds, that will hopefully help my family financially if I do pass. And it's fucking something that's inedible. Like, we're all gonna fucking die. You just have to fucking look at it like that. It's, but it's this shit as an artist. It's like you just said, once you've, it seems to be, you could be worth this much. As soon as you pass away, everyone wants your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, why the fuck weren't you there when I was alive?
Yeah.
You would have helped everything.
Yeah.
And there's so many. Yeah, that because that is true. And it's fucked up.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know, it's maybe just because it becomes the point where you're actually owning a bit of history. I don't know. I don't get it.
No, neither do I. As a person that's there. Like, it's like... And I think that's why a lot of... As I said, when I see, like, I'm not doing this anymore, and people are like, oh, I wish you still did. But if I was 6 feet deep, then what the fuck? Oh, how can I get some of those videos? It's crazy. The human mind is fucked up. We are cooked freaking species on Earth. Like, we appreciate something that the dude's not even here to
take credit.
take credit.
Let's appreciate him now. He's no longer with us, or she's not longer with us. But
and who's the person that takes most of the credit? Once they've gone. Because most of those people, there is no continuing family. And that's why, like, I'm actually sometimes like, fuck, that's fucked up. Like, I just hope if anything happened that my family has something to gain from it. You know? Which is really shit. But it's like, fuck.
But it's going to, hopefully, if that is the case, it will help your generationals and they're keeps them going as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, but as much as it can be a bit of a struggle just now and it's not been appreciated, it still is eventually, but it's still not very great for the artist who's here and who's doing it. And because it's not just that, if it's appreciated just now, it can be continued. Do you know what I mean? It kind of helps that journey to continue, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Because it's crazy because when I grew up, like fuck knows, I just always had an artistic bullshit fucking thing that I did. My mum said to me, don't bother with this. You'll never make a living off it and you'll never, become anything of it. And I was always back when I was like, yeah, you know what, fuck you.
Prove you wrong.
I don't know. Now I look and go, no, she's right. Unless I did the business aesthetics about it, then sweet, I might have been able to, do it. But yeah, it's true. And then I look back at history of artists again. You see, once she passed away, and I was like, oh, I get what she means. Like, why you're living, that ain't anything to gain from. I mean, hey, it does help pay the bills and but it's shit. But I just want to keep pushing. I think I just want to influence more people to see what I do and whether they like me or not, who I am. Maybe like, I might do what he's doing, but put my twist on it. Create your own style. Be yourself, because that's what I'm known for, is my style. Don't buy anyone else's style, but take ideas. And,
evolve.
Yeah. Just fucking evolve and don't be a fucking dick about it. You know? And if you become successful at doing what you're doing, then fucking amen.
Well, hopefully, if it was something that you were looking at, there's somebody hopefully watching who has got that business acumen, who can
buy my shit. I've got art sitting here that's worth
invest in the future.
Yeah.
But for me, just to kind of recap, just you're doing what you love, and it's a labour of love. As much as it's difficult at times and it's hard, and
no, you're right. Yeah,
and for me, I can feel off you're grateful for what you can do as well. And as much as it is tough, but just keep doing what you're doing. It'll click. It will. Eventually, you'll go, do you know what? This is what's going to happen. And sometimes it's not even you that'll decide that. It'll just be the way life pans out. You know?
That's exactly it. And see, like, I quit one part and changed medias and that. And in the end, if you're not fucking into it or anything, you'll just throw in the towel together.
Yeah.
You know, and give up. And like you just said, like there's always, I'm just one of those personalities where it's like, you know what, I'm just going to keep fucking people off and just keep trying to pump bits of this and that out, you know? And it's just who I am. I'm kind of like, I don't give up, but I'm kind of like ripping the middle finger now to society. The people are like, yeah, fuck him, he's doing around. You know what, fucking, I've still got my fucking street cred, like, you know, it's still in me. And I still, like, throw something out there. Yeah, what the fuck is he up to now? You know? Oh yeah, remember I offered all this to you, but you didn't want to do it. You know? But that's exactly it. Like, and even now to other artists who are watching this, like what you just said, just keep fucking doing it. And if even as no matter how dark fucking shit can get, just take a fucking breather.
Yeah.
And don't fucking, what was it people used to say to me, if you're important enough, they will wait.
Yeah, I love it.
You know, it's like the same with like turning up to a meeting or an interview enough. You might be fucking late, and that's when I don't know where I fucking heard that, but I always crack up. That's why I'm always late to events. I'm always late to fucking doing stuff. I'm like, well, if I'm important enough.
No way.
Yeah. And it's the
Worth
same
the
with
wait.
art.
Same with the work.
Yeah, exactly it. Like, and the shit's not fucking. Any person who's watching it, I don't know who's going to be watching this, but you just don't try and fucking aim to please to keep people happy to an extent. If they pay for your artwork and they love your artwork, they'll wait. And they have a right to have a little, hey, yo, what the fuck's going on here? And just be fucking cool with them. Just be like, hey, yeah, you know, that's right. And then they'll fucking appreciate it. But if you come forward, yo, fucking, I'm doing this. Of course, they're going to come across and go, yeah, you're a fucking dick. You're a fucking moneybag.
Yeah.
It's kind of like,
Yeah.
that's all I have to fuck.
Out in waves. Well, thanks, SmugZ.
Nah, fuck, you're good.
Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah.
No, but I love what you said at the end there. Like, if you're important enough to wait, and your work is amazing, and just maybe just taking that step back a little bit and not chasing as much and just allowing like almost like you were saying about your detail, like less is more almost.
Yeah.
Maybe even we stop pumping it as much when it becomes that you needn't to, you're only getting so much almost, like,
Yeah.
that's when people appreciate you more as well. And nah,
It's a wild world.
it is a
It is a wild fucking world.
It's a wild world,
Like, there's so much fucking going on.
yeah.
And you have to, like, just look at a person's creative mind
Yeah.
who's doing that no matter what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
Whether it's music, as I said, any of those niches, as I said, everything's an artistic form.
Yeah.
And you just sometimes just have to sit back and go, okay, fuck, I need to let this person, you know, and maybe it has been so long, but yeah, if you're buying something that you know is 100% off the fucking shelf and it's whatever, then yeah, we've all got reason to bitch. Hey, I bought these fucking Nikes, fucking, yeah, where's the fuck are they?
Yeah.
But if you're getting something that you know is specifically hands down made,
Original.
yeah, it's just take a breather. There's no harm in hitting that person up and go, hey, look, how are we going? All right, just don't be a dick about it. You know?
It's all about approach in life, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. If you be cool, they're going to be cool, and they're going to, their mindset as an art, or whatever they're doing, is going to be like, oh, fucking sweet. They're not being fucking assholes, you know? I'm going to get into it and do it. But yeah, if you start being a fucking asshole to someone, they're just going to be like, yo, what the fucking...
You're going to be a bit of pullback.
You're down at the bottom of the fucking...
Yeah, you're going to pull back, even if you don't mean it. Subconsciously, you're
Yo, exactly. Exactly it. You don't... Yeah. You nailed it. You're not going to, like, subconsciously mean it. But just kind of think before you speak. You know, it's like a game of chess. You know? And I do it all the time too. I'll write something, and then he's like, "You ain't fucking sending that shit, are you?" I'm like, "Oh, what's wrong with it? You're writing that." And then I'll take a look back and go, "Oh, yeah. I'm glad I didn't fucking write. I'm glad I didn't post that back, you know, right? To just take a fucking minute and take it from that person's perspective and yourself.
Yeah.
You know? And again, I'm fucking sorry if I take so long. If I have a fucking lot on, then I'm trying to keep everyone happy, but I want to give everyone
Your best.
yeah, exactly. And maybe fucking even better. You know? It's fucking like, it's sick when I look at something I've done and I'm like, holy shit. Like, I have no recollection of fucking even doing that.
Yeah.
You know? That is crazy.
Yeah, definitely. But it's probably because there is so much going on. You're doing so much as well. And
Well, that's my problem. I have no idea half the shit I fucking do. It just fucking happens. It does it. I get in the mind space. It's done, and I put it aside. And then I'll send whenever I send it out, and I'll come back to it and go, "Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck did it?
When?
What
Why?
the
Where?
fuck?" Like the airbrush bonnet I done. I was just like at the end of that shit, walking around going, "Who the fuck did that?" You know, or anything. I'll do shit and just be like, there's no recollection of during it happening to afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm just like, fuck.
I can see it, it's there, but I can't remember doing that.
Yes! And that is hard.
Yeah. No.
That is buzzing. And if I trip myself out, if I'm tripping myself out on something, I know it's, you know, then I send it to someone and I'm like sitting there, fuck, what are they going to think about it? And don't hear, they see it, don't hear anything, and I'm like, and then they come back and yo, that's fucking mental. I'm like, yo, fucking mean, like, you know, fucking.
Thank goodness.
I was thinking, fuck, yeah. Or I get back straight away, you send it, and then you see the freaking little dots when you're like, oh, they're already writing back.
Oh no.
Oh, it's cool. Yo, what's up? And then because you've probably done that quite quick, that piece, and then you can see, you know, oh no, it's all good. Oh, do you think maybe this? And because I've brought up to them, oh yeah, I was thinking, you're like, okay, yeah, I actually fucking get you because I actually fucking tried to pump it up, pump it out in a week rather than you
Time
know?
it needed.
Yeah. And then fucking, and I don't get pissed off at that they, oh, so I was hoping, you know, like, yeah, you're fucking sweet. And I know, because it's usually the ones that don't respond straight away. They've seen it, and I wait, and I'm sitting there going, I was like, oh, nah, yep. And then they'll respond, yo, that's fucking mental. I'm like, oh, fucking massive. Like, I was just fucking sitting here, peeking out. And it's the ones that come straight back with you, you go, oh, yeah, no, something's up. Because you know there's something that you just, you know.
Yeah.
So don't think I'm already being a critic already of my own shit.
Yeah.
Because every time I'm freaking my shit out, I'm like, what the fuck is this guy like this shit? Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Spend a day with me and you'll be like, oh, what the fuck? I don't even know what the fuck's going on here. You
Yeah.
need to get this fucking day done.
Oh. But again, thanks, Bugs, for
No, you're good,
taking
man.
us on, man. And yeah, I'll continue doing what I'm doing. I can continue doing what I'm doing because of people like yourself who give me the time, and I appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you even wanting to
To come and chat and stuff.
listen to me go, blah, 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 blah.
Nah, like we're all human. I mean, we're all on this planet together. Why can't we help each other?
You know, that is exactly it. Like, yeah, I'm not even going to start on that. But that's it. We're all the same person under this skin. We're the same identical person. Just that our accents and voices are different.
Yeah.
And where we live. But in the fucking reality, we're sharing the same fucking planet.
Let's just
And
fucking
there's,
help each other.
Fucking can't we all just get along?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Honestly.
And it's...
But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up there if he's got nothing else to say, brother.
Yeah, nah, all good.
All good. Brother, thank you so
It was
much.
massive to yarn with you, man.
Oh, it
And
was.
previously and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's fucking sick.
No, definitely. Thanks so much, and I'll try and get this out soon as and let you have a look at it. And
Yeah, hard. Even if you just fucking do whatever, you just fucking smash it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.